Mailman gang, rise up and welcome back to my Lego Monkie Kid reviews. Today I didn't want to do this, but we are skipping episode 7. I haven't watched it and I couldn't find it, so if any of you guys have a link or something, please let me know down below. But today I will be reviewing episode 8, which has also been taken down at the moment, and I couldn't get any footage for this video, so I will be using old footage as B-roll and a couple of screenshots I managed to get. With all that out of the way, let's talk about Lego Monkie Kid Episode 8, The Skull Key. We will discuss spoilers, so you have been warned. The show reminds me a lot of The Mandalorian in terms of the episode structure. It is a very episodic show, which means it has a lot of filler, but filler with a purpose. That purpose being to set up or establish characters and their relationships that will eventually pay off in the future, and this episode is setup filler, which is not a bad thing, but it can feel useless sometimes. In the case of this episode, we already knew DBK and Iron Fang were planning something. We finally got the reveal that they were trying to open a Pandora's box. Pretty much. A Pandora's box, for those who don't know, it's a term used to describe a box of power that has been sealed, and once it's opened, the power is released. In the show, DBK wanted to absorb the power inside of this tomb and rule over the land. But there was one issue: the box was locked, and the whole concept of this episode is to find a key that can open it. Overall, it was a nice episode, but it wasn't perfect. There was a couple of things I really enjoyed, like the introduction of the mysterious tomb and the setup to what I'm guessing will be the main plotline in the season finale. The animation as always was very nice, the action is showing a lot of improvement. It's still very fast, but yet I can understand what's happening and enjoy it. The dynamic between MK and Red Sun is one of the standouts for me in this episode. I am very interested in seeing how they explore this rivalry, or quote-unquote rivalry. I just think there is something here, and they could really explore it in the future. And that's about it. Now let's talk about the things I didn't like about this episode. Let's begin with the Skull Key. I understand why they introduced it, but it didn't feel organically woven into the story. It was just thrown in there for the sake of the story and for the purpose of the bad guys needing it, and they needed to give it to MK. It didn't make sense that the tomb needed a key, but it felt forced how they gave it to MK, because out of nowhere this fake mayor hands MK the key. I don't know, it just felt very forced. To me, it felt like lazy writing, and the writers having a strict runtime. So rather than developing a storyline setting up the key, they just gave MK the key and set up another storyline. I think what they could have done for the key to feel more organically woven into the plotline is Wukong has the key in his house, and MK stole it from Wukong to use it for his own personal gain, and then lost it to Red Sun. And if they would have done that, it would have felt like MK failed. And having a hero experience failure that was all his fault, I think it would have been a better execution. My rating for this episode will be a 6.5 out of 10. It was not a bad episode. It was still very entertaining, and the second half really sold this episode for me. But compared to what Monkey Kid has done before, I can't put it up there with one of the better episodes. Now it's your turn. Tell me in the comment section down below your thoughts on this episode. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know. As always, I'm Ace, and these are all my brief opinions. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like down below. It supports out the channel a ton. And if you're new here, subscribe for more Lego content. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and thanks for watching. Take care.